So in terms of channels, there's quite a lot of choice, always growing choice in terms of channels you can use as a marketer to leverage a customer acquisition strategy. Definitely the largest one by volume would be digital ads. And so these are the platforms that you as a regular consumer interact with every day. That would be kind of your Google, your Microsoft ads, where you're able to place ads on web activity, whether that's search, if someone is searching for a product or a service, an industry related to your product, you can kind of place privileged search ads there, or into websites. And again, whether that's related product, industry websites, or even just quite unrelated areas, you can place your product there. That's probably the largest by volume. And then closely followed by social media platforms, where Facebook, definitely YouTube, Twitter to a smaller extent now, those are definitely huge areas where, especially having, being able to leverage the information that these platforms have on their own users, for example, Facebook, and being able to, on their side, tap into kind of the content that their users are interacting with, they're sharing and saving, can be really powerful in terms of ads, placing ads in terms of inventory space for a performance marketer. And then in terms of other areas, especially for customer acquisition, kind of how the rest of the gamut when it comes to email, it's still one that is really powerful. You might think of it more as a traditional channel, but it can be quite relevant. And especially when it comes to personalization, being able to pair that with other activity, if it's going in store, if it's visiting your website, then following up with an email can be quite powerful. Definitely blog involved into kind of with a more organic type of channel, where if you especially on the marketing team, if you are working to establish your company as kind of a thought leader in your industry, or, kind of weighing in on relevant topics for your product or for your service, using that same blog content within your acquisition strategy can be really effective. So if you're B2B and, you're a widget selling company and you're kind of establishing a blog on things like your engineering practices or setting up a really effective factory, that might be a really kind of key place to promote, whether it's like a white paper or even just subscribing to your company's blog and collecting an email to deliver that content, but then enroll that same email into your kind of acquisition strategy. So between, I think, paid digital ads, between social media ads, and your kind of more organic channels, whether it's blog, your website itself, your kind of social media content, and then the last one, email. Those are definitely the most popular platform when it comes to kind of operating in the digital space. And then you also have the most traditional areas, which is your kind of where advertising is founded on, in terms of print, whether it's magazines or newspapers, or larger spaces in terms of billboards, kind of out of home. Those are definitely still very much relevant, but from an acquisition strategy, definitely more of a challenge when it comes to kind of measuring the effectiveness of that. That type of ads definitely work well on kind of an awareness building space. They kind of are very much related to how people view your brand, and it can be very effective when paired with other methods for your customer acquisition strategy.